Alright, so I finally got my hands on the one Figma that I've been like highly anticipating besides Raito Kuzunoha. Because, you know, it got delayed like by a couple months, but now it finally came out. And wow. This is the Guyver 1 Ultimate Edition from Guyver the Bio Boosted Armor. And just look at this box. It's similar, the slipcase thing is similar to what they did with Samus, the new Metroid Dread Samus that came out. So it's kind of got this special thing here. See, like it shows. So here you can see like the Guyver logo, Figma 15th anniversary, Max Factory. And then here you get like the crazy screenshots. Like they showed these screenshots right here on the right, and they made it look so damn good, and I'm like, nah, they're exaggerating. It's not gonna look that good. Like it looks more like the left image, not the one on the right. Like that's either heavily photoshopped or they have some crazy lighting that they used. So I'm finally gonna review Guyver, and let's take a look at it. Yeah, so once you take it out of the box, it has the more standard like Figma packaging, which looks a lot more similar to Raito. So I guess this is how they're doing their Figma packaging now. So you get, you know, also this is essentially I think like the third release, I think, of Guyver, and it looks really detailed and everything, but like it's taller and has better articulation, according to Good Smile. And they showed some comparison images. I'll post it here in the video. Yeah, so I originally was going to get the original Guyver figure, but you know, they had this new one coming out, and I was like, alright, fuck it, I'll just get the new one. And they even have a picture of the Guyver artwork from the manga, like on the side of the box, which looks really fucking cool. I wish it looked a bit more gritty like this, instead of like all clean, but I guess that's a bit of a nitpick. You can't really expect it to look exactly like the manga. Yeah, seeing here some images of it. Looks pretty cool. Shows accessories. We'll get into details, everything later. See, like here's an example of where they're trying to show the more detailed, more dynamic articulation, like how we can twist its body like that. But we're gonna have to see it for ourselves. So let's take them out of the box. All right, got Guyver out of the box. For now, let's keep all this plastic shit on him. But wow, this figure is a lot taller than I realized. Like, I know Guyver is kind of big, but damn. Also feels really solid in the hand. If he could just like stand up, you know, that'd be nice. So, what the fuck even is a Guyver? Not to be confused with Mick Guyver, but Guyver. Guyver is an action sci-fi shonen slash seinen series that was created by the same artist who created Hades Project Zero Rhymer, which I mentioned in one of my non-figure videos as like this crazy sci-fi like giant robot manga that was part of Lemon People magazine. So yeah, it was in a pornographic magazine, but eventually like the creator of Guyver moved on after he made that project and then published like a regular like non-completely adult manga called Guyver Bio Boosted Armor. So that's where this guy comes from. I think it's originally from 1985, and then it had a 1986 one episode OVA that was kind of like a general like idea of what Guyver is. Like, so it kind of cuts a lot of important stuff and changes things. And then in 1989 to like 1992, they had a second 12 episode OVA, which was more faithful to the manga and covered the first couple of volumes. And that one is my favorite out of the two that I've seen. And of course there's two American live action movies. One with some other actor and then one with David Hayter, aka Solid Snake. And yeah, Guyver Dark Hero I think is the second one. And then there's like a 2005, I think, anime series that came out on TV, which I haven't seen, but it goes further than the original 12 episode OVA. So Guyver's been around. But what about Guyver himself? Like, what is he? Well, Guyver's originally some high school kid named Sho you know, he's just enjoying his life and everything, and then meanwhile in the background, evil aliens called Zoonoids are planning to take over the world, and you know they're putting humans in experiments and bringing other evil aliens around. So the Zoonoids were experimenting on a guy called Kronos, I think. I don't know. The Kronos Corporation was experimenting on some dude, and some rogue Zoonoid escapes with the Guyver units, and the Guyver units allow the user to transform into Guyver. So that guy gets killed. It ends up getting flown away somewhere because of an explosion. So it lands right in front of Shows and his friends, and then he accidentally touches it, and then bam, he turns into Guyver, and it's pretty horrific. It's like a symbiote type of armor, like parasite things, sort of like how Venom has that sort of thing, or like the black suit Spider-Man. So this thing right here is the Guyver Unit 1. This is what allows him to turn into Guyver. So it just like completely takes over his whole body, and then he becomes a cool superhero. But you know, the Zoonoids were going to use the Guyver so that they could use it for evil purposes and, you know, take over the world and kill humans and everything. So eventually later down the line, there's Guyver 2, who works for the Kronos Corporation and is like a main bad guy that he has to fight for a little while, and eventually that Guyver gets killed, even though this armor is supposed to be invincible. But the thing is that the one weakness Guyver has is that the little metal thing on his forehead, if that gets damaged, then it can kill the user. Like the parasite will just eat the user alive, so that's what kills Guyver. So that's what happened to Guyver 2. And then Guyver 3 shows up, who was originally some asshole from his high school, and he ends up like betraying the bad guys and everything. Then he helps him, so then that happens. And then I think later down the line there's a female Guyver 2, and I don't know much about that because I have to get further in the manga and everything. So yeah, Guyver is crazy. It's it's full of action, full of gore, full of crazy intestines and blood and everything. Like it's awesome. I love Guyver. So now that you know a little bit more about Guyver, let's actually look at the figure. Okay, but now I gotta get all this shit off of him. Guyver stands at about you count the top of his blue fin, it's about 7 inches. If you don't, and you count like the top of his head, he's around 6.3 inches, I think, which is pretty tall, especially for Figma standards. And then he's about 15.5 centimeters to like almost 18 centimeters. So he's pretty tall. I don't have another Figma on me to compare him to, so we'll just I'll throw something in afterwards. Sorry. Alright, so now let's look at the aesthetic. Yeah, also typically Figmas are a lot smaller. Like, this guy is actually a couple inches taller than the original. Alright, so let's take a look at Guyver. Alright, so let's see how accurately they did this. So my minor complaint here is that I don't like that the little, I forget what those things are called. I don't know if they had a name. They're like these weird eye things that the suit has to help fight the bad guys. So these things are supposed to be like transparent because they're like these light bulb looking kind of things. So they just made them into a solid silver. So that's my first nitpick. Second nitpick, I don't like that you can see the what's it called? The seam line. But this is supposed to be removable, so that's fine. There's a reason for that, but hold on. And then, like, they got everything else right. It's gonna be so hard to see this. I'm gonna have to use more images than usual. Yeah, and then, like, they have the detail on, like, the symbiote armor and everything, like the skin that wraps around the user. The shape of Guyver is, like, visor. I think they got it right. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more vertical, like a little bit more tilted over, but I think it looks clean. But I remember it being red in the manga, but I guess since it's based off the anime, maybe it's more purple. It's a bit hard to see because of the shadows. but you can see the eyes, and it is indented, and it does shine. You can kind of see it. It does shine, which I think is pretty cool. The mouthpiece and everything looks fine. I want to know how they did this, because this is a soft thing, right? Ah, okay. Okay, that's separate. We'll look at that later. Okay, what about the armor? Well, it's supposed to be these two round shoulder pad things, so that's fine. The chest, I know this does open up. Before, you would have to swap it out and put like a different thing on it. This looks fine. See, like, you see these details right here? You see how it has all this lining and shading here? Like, I want that on this. Like, put it on the whole thing. Don't just give me this smooth looking fucking Guyver, but okay. Oh, is that a smudge? Damn it. There's a little smudge right there, like the smallest fucking smudge. That's annoying. Yeah, and then on the back, they did a pretty good job here too. Yeah, it all looks really good. Like the little fin things on his blade, you can remove these to put different ones. This is fine. Yeah, I think overall it's pretty clean. Even like the curve, like even like the weird looking feet that he has looks fine. And it looks like they found a way to like keep it, like keep the aesthetic without having to ruin it. Without having to ruin like the joints or whatever. Ooh, that's a little loose. Alright, so overall, I think I would give it like a... Hold on, I'm not done. Yeah, the peg holes right there, and then, yeah. So overall, I'll give him like a 9. Or, no, I'll give him an 8.5, because he should have shading. Like, this looks more like molded plastic than shading. Like, he should be, like, covered in gritty detail. Like, in hatching and shading on the shoulders and everything to match, like, the manga art. But, alright, fine. But if they want to make a smooth, clean-looking Guyver, this looks perfectly adequate. So, it gets, like, 8.5. But it looks awesome. So, I want to give it a 9, but no. It deserves more detail. Like, come on. It should have more. Like, it looks so plain in some areas. But also, they have little... The shoulders are adjustable. And you can see they actually gave him a whole ass shoulder. A little hard to see. He has a whole ass shoulder right here. Which is great. Also, what the... Oh my god, is that a bicep swivel? Hold on. Okay, so... He looks pretty good, but can he move well? Because they were boasting about the new articulation. So... The neck... goes up. Okay. Can it like adjust so it looks less weird? Okay. It has a little swivel thing here. Alright. That's cool. What about down? You can look down pretty well. What about side to side? Not much side to side. That's a bit of a problem. Come on, Guyver. And they got it right. And they did it right with Rido too, like, come on. Oh, well, at least the neck can turn. Okay, so loses some points for the neck. We're boasting about that big fucking neck. Oh, come on. Alright, they lose some points for the neck. Alright, what about the torso? Okay, so leaning it back, you get... Oh god, it doesn't look like a lot. Were they lying about all the articulation? Were they lying about the bragging rights? Oh, come on. It doesn't look like it goes very far. Oof. Oh! Whoa. Whoa, but it leans forward. Whoa, oh, but you get an ugly gap. But, and you can hide it. But wow, what the? It can lean forward? Wait, these things never lean forward, they always lean back. You see, yeah, it can lean forward a bit. like, but not where it's super noticeable. It's okay. I'll give it a, it's okay. What about twisting? Can it twist? Oh wow, he can twist. Look at that. Wow, nice. Okay, now they did something really weird here. They added ab crunch. Like Marvel Legends fucking ab crunch. So, but they did do it in a smooth way where, you see right here, it doesn't have like a weird looking thing when you bend them over. So it kind of, oh wow. So when you combine, so even though you have this ugly gap, if you combine all of this, you get this. This looks wild. Alright, I'll give him that. That's pretty dope. Like, yeah, it gets a bit gappy, but I don't know. Alright, I'll give him that. That kind of, and it has, oh my god, and it has a waist pivot, the waist ball joint thing here. Oh my god. Okay. They put everything in here. Holy shit. I just wish they did it here too, but okay. Wow. What? Wait, so how far back can he lean? Yeah, because the back ab crunch only goes forward. But wow. Holy shit. Okay, I'm impressed now. Wow. That's almost 90 degrees. Wow, Guyver, okay. That's crazy. Alright, so upper body is pretty awesome. I'll give, they've regained some points. Okay, so shoulders have these little ball things, the shoulder armor. And can it go inward? That's my first question. Can it go inward? Because they were advertising that it could like move his arms inward. So you could do like a blast pose or a cool pose. And yes, it can. Looks like it can't, but it kind of can. Well, kind of. That's not really helping him, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Now let me see. Okay, now it's starting to not look like he can do what they advertised. I have to bring it in a little bit more. Okay, so he kind of can. So I'll give him that. That does work. You can see more of the cool detail here. Like, I wish it had more of this, but okay. Okay, so he kind of can bring his arms inward. It's better than Raito. Raito was barely able to. Not even. He couldn't even do it. Okay, so how about the up and down? Can it... Okay, so I think the shoulders are on some kind of hinge that are connected here. So let me see. Alright, that's pretty good. Goes more than 90, so that's fine. And you can make the arms go up. So they combine shoulder joints with like a traditional shoulder like hinge thing here, which they don't usually do. So I'm pretty impressed so far. Oh, whoa. You can have the shoulders tuck, like go back in? Oh, wait, did you see that? Oh, oops, that's for later. Oh, that's how they did that. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, he can do a two-handed sort of pose. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. And then you can readjust it so you can keep the aesthetic, which is pretty smart. Alright, I guess they're learning. Alright, now we gotta see these arms. How good are the arms? Holy shit. It is just like advertised, but you lose all that fucking elbow. The elbow doesn't exist, but look at that range. Wow. Look, it's like perpendicular almost. Or parallel. I don't remember the right term. But wow, look at that. And it has a fucking bicep swivel. They never do this. Look, 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 it's moving individually from the shoulder. They never do that. Why are they doing it all of a sudden? I wish Raito had that, damn. Would have made it easier to pose him. Wow. Look at those fucking elbows. Holy shit. Yeah, they completely re-engineered this guy. Wow. Alright. Okay, what about the wrists? Okay, so it's on the standard Figma ball hinge thing. So this is up. That's pretty good. This is down. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, and you can adjust it pretty easily. I guess it has a really tight grip, so you can just go like this or whatever. Alright, so that's fine. They're typical Figma hinges. That's fine, that's fine. Alright, now let's check out lower body. I already showed this thing. This is really impressive. All this engineering combined together, that's pretty cool, even if I don't like App Crunch, but aesthetically it works, because they managed to hide it with the armor and everything. Alright, they were bragging about the legs too. Let's see the legs. Wow. Goes all the way 90. Goes about 90, that's pretty good. Look at that. Can it go beyond that? A little bit. Looks a bit funky. Especially like this, like, oh, this looks ugly. But as long as you don't show it from certain angles, as long as you don't show it from certain angles, you're good. But wow, that's pretty impressive. Okay, but what about going backwards? His big armored butt cheek gets in the way. Alright, well that sucks, but I feel like I've been running into this issue a lot. Alright, now let's check out the... Let me adjust it. Let me check out the side to side. Oh no, Figma, no, 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 no! No! What happened? Oh, you do it so good! No! Oh, come on! What is this? Bro, what is this fucking split? It's trash. You can't do shit. No, you fucked this up. Can I like extend it or? Oh, come on. You should have made this flex. Should have made this soft so that it could flex. Oh, come on. Look, his range is trash. No, you fucked this up. Why? Why did you do this to Guyver? Oh, he can't do splits. That's so sad. He can't do splits. His fucking terrible range on the legs. Up front and back is really good though. I'm hoping there's a way to adjust the legs. You gotta flex mad hard and potentially damage it, but okay. It's this one in particular that has a problem. Ugh, it could be so much better. What the hell? I'm assuming you can like stretch. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? Is that what I'm supposed to do? How did it do that? Okay, so one leg has a bit more range than the other. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it's potentially better than what I first saw. But this is not acceptable. It needs to be able to do splits. I understand this gets in the way because that's part of the aesthetic, but like, just make it soft. Like, damn. Yeah, it seems like the legs can split so that you can give it more range, but oh well. Damn, they were so close to getting like a perfect score, or near perfect score. All right, but can the knees save it? Oh my god, this thing is double jointed. Well, it's better, but not by a whole lot. That's a little disappointing. Like, damn, they did such a good job with the upper body. What happened down here? Damn. I'm a little disappointed now. Come on. Oh, I gotta put that back in. Okay, now let's try out the toes. The feet are better. Okay, so it can go up like this. It's pretty nice. Oh wow, it can go all the way down like that. That's cool. It can fucking dislocate like this, which, alright, fine. And then it can dislocate like this. So, alright, that's fine. And then the toes look okay. Could be worse, but alright, fine. Alright, so overall, damn, if only the legs were, if only the legs could do splits, like full splits. Alright, so overall, Guyver gets, I'm gonna give him an 8. I would say 8.5, but he gets an 8. The legs not having side-to-side splits, and the knees not bending as much as they should be able to. Oh no, what happened to his legs? Alright, so his upper body, amazing. Like, all of that is amazing. Like, the amazing elbows, it has bicep swivel, the shoulders move really well. It can like have its arms crossed near each other. The neck can't really go side to side. Like, it can turn side to side, but it can't lean, which is lame. The head, like the part for the head is okay. It can look up and down really well, but it also can't tilt the head side to side to give it some attitude. So that sucks. The chest piece is really good. It can twist, it can crunch forward really well, so that's good. Shoulders are really impressive. It can lean inwards, so that's fine. A lot better than Rhino, so it's not like, it's like an X, but like, it looks pretty good. These are crazy. Like, you can fucking bend this all the way, and yeah, it makes you lose a fucking elbow. Like, the elbow just doesn't exist, but it's worth it for that range. And then the Figma hinges are, standard. And then we talk about the ab crunch. The ab crunch, alright, that's fine. I don't like ab crunch, but when it serves a purpose and you can do it well and hide the ugliness of it, it works. So they did a pretty good job here. And then they added a fucking waist like swivel or ball bag here, so that it could like combine all that shit together. Like, it's crazy. So this crotch area is fine. I don't have a problem with it. Maybe it's a little small, but oh my god, bro, why did the legs have to suffer? Like, it has amazing forward range. The forward range is good. The elbow, the knee, I always get, what's wrong with me? The knees are okay. It can bend alright. But bro, what did they do here? What is this shitty range? And it's not even like even, like something's wrong with the right leg. It doesn't bend all the way out. So I need to demonstrate this real quick. So here's the right knee. Not too loose. Now watch this. What the fuck is this? Guyver, first you can't fucking do side to side splits and now your right ankle is super weak and loose. Like what the hell is this? Look! It's only like this part. Cause look, what I'm gonna do is show you. Look. What is this, dude? Like if I go like this, it stays still. But as soon as I move it, bam. Not a problem on this one either. Look, on this one it's not a problem. See? This one... Yeah, what is wrong with this knee? I've even like pushed it back in constantly. It still does that. Like, how do you fix this? I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix this, because this is part of what hinders his articulation. So besides this, you know, not being as much range as he should have. I think magical girls have more range than him, which is kind of sad. But now he has, mine has this bad knee, and look at it. This is not okay. Alright, here's another test, just to show you how floppy it is. Like this doesn't count because this is app crunch. But let me do it without the app crunch, while holding it. Now the blade came off. See? See how the left leg, the left leg just fucking made the whole knee just bend down, while on the right leg it's just kind of bent. Look at this. Hold on. I'm making it kick back up, but the other one's not kicking up so much. Yeah, I don't know. He got some really shitty legs, which kind of sucks because everything else about him is so good, like from the upper body and the arms, but like they designed the legs well enough, but like the joints aren't tight enough. And of course, the armor is not a soft piece. If this isn't soft, it can't flex so that the legs can actually bend all the way. You kind of have to force it somehow. And even then, it's not enough range, like I've said a bunch of times already. Oh well. Okay, so I've made a discovery. So in the middle of the review, I'm talking about how the legs can't split properly. Because, you know, when I first showed you, this is about as far as it goes, which is pretty pathetic. Because look at this, you can't even kick high. What are you supposed to do with this? You can't kick high. What I discovered is that apparently, I don't think this is intentional because the instructions doesn't state anything about this. I think this is just a weird quirk due to the fact that the legs have such a huge gap connecting to the crotch piece once you spread them out. So what you could do is that you tuck in the leg and then do it on both sides. You gotta really like stretch it out. And then bam. Now Guyver can actually do splits. So I guess now I have to give him back some points after I took them away because he couldn't fucking bend his he couldn't stick his legs out properly. I was going to give him a 7.5 just because like every other part of his articulation was so good, but now I guess he is allowed to get an 8 just because of how solid his articulation is now because of the legs. But I might still say 7.5 because he has those ridiculously floppy knees, and those knees are just killing it for me. because that's the worst part of the figure. The knees are terrible. Like, the knees are floppy. I've already demonstrated how floppy they are, so yeah, they're terrible. Alright, so Guyver comes with the following accessories. It comes with 2 fist hands, 2 karate chopping hands, 2 open hands, 2 like gripping hand, like claw kind of hands, and then 2 holding hands. I'm not sure why he has gripping hands, but he doesn't have any weapons to grip. He also comes with an alternate head, which is based on one of the original manga covers, where you can see Sho's face underneath Guyver's mask, which I think looks pretty awesome. And to go along with that, it has this alternate hand that grips the symbiote, so I think that's pretty awesome. I wanted it just, you know, for the alternate head. Then of course it comes with Guyver Unit 1, doesn't really move or anything, but it's nicely painted and detailed, so that's fine. And then it comes with 2 of these alternate blades, so that you can put them on the back of his arms, which should be easy enough. Alright, and by the time you're done putting those 2 little blade things on, it looks like this. Small warning, as you put these things on, he becomes extremely pointy. So don't poke yourself with these little plastic blade things, and hopefully they don't warp from like being in the plastic bag or anything, or from you like taking it with you or moving it somewhere. It's a very delicate piece, but it can also like point, jab you. So yeah, so since Guyver doesn't have any weapons, he uses his arm blades, and they're actually really fucking cool. It's gonna be a little bit hard to pose them, because, you know, typically arm blades aren't like a weapon, but I guess you could go something like this. Something like this. I'm not sure how you would go like vertically, like this. I don't know. I'll figure it out, because I want to take cool pictures of it. But anyway, that's kind of the only weapon Guyver comes with, which is kind of funny. But he also has a weapon that's already like part of his body, besides these. And that's the chest armor right here, which I forgot to talk about during the aesthetic. You open this flap here, on both sides, and then you get his Mega Smasher. These little, like, orb or whatever shaped things, like these little see-through, like, jelly things. These shoot, like, giant energy blasts from his chest, and that's how he destroys a lot of enemies. Yeah, so he just uses the Mega Smasher, that's what it's called. And then things just get completely fucking vaporized out of existence. Yeah, so he'll just open his chest up, and then bam, like you're dead. Like, you're completely dead. There's one part where like he fights the evil Guyver 2. He just turns into this abomination, and then he just freaks out and he just shoots him like. It's so funny. Also kind of frightening, because like this dude was in complete shock when he saw that, and he just shoots Guyver 2, the evil Guyver 2, and he's like, nope, I'm not having any of this. The detail on it is actually really cool. So it kind of blends in mostly with the upper body here. You see how it connects the detail on the symbiote. So it has like the wrinkles and everything. And then this part is see-through. So you can see the little yellow and the silver thing here. So it kind of matches this. And I wish it had lights, because it's supposed to like glow and then shoot energy blasts, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's supposed to glow and shoot energy blasts, but it doesn't here, so who cares? The fact that they even made it transparent in the first place is actually really commendable. And also, look at the detail on these things, like on the little hinges. Yeah, I wish it had this level of paint detail the entire time. Like, it has a flat, like, light blue color on the armor, and I think maybe the inside parts are painted too, but like, man, imagine if it had stuff like this, where it was more gritty and detailed looking. Like, that would really help bring it to life. But even though it already looks pretty good, but it looks, to me, it still looks too clean. Like Guyver just came out of a fucking car wash. His armor's all squeaky clean, even though he wouldn't be squeaky clean. Yeah, so be careful with these arm blades. They're really cool. Also, they're labeled on the inside, on the underneath, so that you know if it goes on the left or the right side. So there you go. Guyver also comes with a standard Figma figure stand, so you know, not much to write home about. Kind of does the same as all of the other Figma stands. It has the same angled peg that Raito Kuzunoha has. There you go. Now he's awkwardly floating in the air. Since I ordered Guyver directly from the Good Smile website, and I had it on pre-order for like a year or whatever, I got the exclusive Guyver 1 Ultimate Edition figure stand, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, yeah, it's just a figure stand, but look at how cool this is. Alright, so check this out. So you essentially get this black, this figure stand with a matte black finish, and then it has the Kyoshoku Soko Guyver logo. So Bio Boosted Armor Guyver. So you just peg it onto any of these 4 points, and then there you go. Yeah, and there you go. You can see the figure stand with the Guyver logo and everything, and it's also like way bigger than the regular figure stand. Like, it's kind of not fair to compare them. I can't even get it out. But yeah, like, it's like twice the size. And then of course you get Guyver on his figure stand, and I'd say it looks pretty damn cool. Alright, so overall, what do I think of Guyver 1 Ultimate Edition? I think it's really damn good. The articulation is a lot better than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be so damn good. Like, they were bragging about it, yeah. But I'm like, nah, there's no way it's gonna live up to that hype. And for the most part, it does live up to the hype that they were setting up, I guess. The only thing is that I'm disappointed by the Guyver's legs, because even though they can do almost full splits, the fact that you have to take the legs and spread them all the way out and then tuck the armor into the crotch piece, which may or may not be intentional, I have no idea. Yeah, that allows you to do the splits and do high kicks, but you know, as good as that is, you also have to contend with Guyver's shitty knees and how floppy especially the left leg is, and it's like, oh come on, what's wrong with the legs? Like, come on, Guyver. Like, they look great in poses, but like, they also suck when you actually need to pose them and move them around, and it's like, oh my god, it's so frustrating. Also, due to all the hinges and everything on the legs and with the knees, double jointed knees and like the toes and ankles, you can sometimes feel like this dude cannot fucking stand up properly, and that he feels very weak in the lower body. But again, once you're able to pose him properly, he looks fantastic. It's just like kind of frustrating to pose him in certain poses, and it's like, I just want it to be easy, you know, so it's less annoying, but oh well. Upper body articulation is amazing. The arms are amazing, the shoulders are pretty good. He can actually bring his arms inward and do it like a Kamehameha or something. I don't know if he can cross his arms properly, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll post a picture or something. The neck not being able to move side to side does suck, and the head not really being able to tilt like side to side in a subtle way does suck, because then you can't do like cool neck posing to kind of do adjustments and make the pose look more dynamic or more interesting. So that's a problem. The chest area can't lean back too far, but he leans forward a lot and can twist side to side like crazy, so you can really get those arm blade poses looking very dynamic. The ab crunch, I'm surprised there's an ab crunch. I wish we would stop using those. It does work, so I'll give it a pass. It doesn't lean back for some reason, but it leans forward, so you get an almost 90-degree bend out of it. And then of course it has a fucking ball peg on the waist connecting the upper body to the diaper piece, and then it's like, you just get like super articulation right there. I'm like, wow, this motherfucker can move like all over the place. Like, that's crazy. So shoulders, yeah, they can move inward. The arms have great bend, like at the cost of, I guess, not having elbows. The elbows don't look like they exist. The Figma arm pegs are on a normal looking hinge and everything. I just don't like the big gap between the armor and the peg. So it kind of makes it look obvious, but yeah, whatever. Because everything else looks almost seamless. Let me see what else. Yeah, so the arms are good, the shoulders are good, the neck is okay. They get functions, but upper body, torso area is great. Crotch area is fine. Alright, let me go back to the legs. Legs. As for the legs themselves, the legs have amazing front and back range. Like, once you extend, you don't have to extend the legs outward to get like a really good 90-degree forward kick. But if you really want to do like a full split, like front to back split, you just have to, have the legs spread out, kick it forward, and then you can even kick it back. At first I thought you couldn't kick back because the butt cheek on the back of the crotch area, but if you actually extend the legs out, you can actually do an almost perfect like front to back split, and that's pretty surprising. And due to the fact that the legs can spread out and not be limited by the crotch area when going front and back, you can actually get Guyver to look like he's squatting or do some kind of like twerk pose or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think they're really good. It's just, like I said earlier, the knees hinder it, the toes and the ankles can kind of get in the way if you don't know how to pose him like completely perfectly. And it can make getting like that one specific kind of pose that you want really frustrating. It can make it really frustrating because like the legs will just, the knee especially, the left knee will just fall apart and just not let you do what you want to do. So it's very annoying. But other than that, like really damn good legs, really good articulation. But those knees are fucking horrible despite how well they function. They just don't have any resistance, so that they don't maintain like the angle that you're setting up for it, unless it's all the way straight and completely flat, or bent all the way back. So trying to get like those subtle angles is like kind of pointless, unless you're willing to deal with the frustration. Accessories, I'll give like an 8 because you get a pretty good amount of hands. And yeah, like he could have more. Like I don't know why he doesn't have a blast effect, because he does shoot like an energy ball, like a Kamehameha or like a Hadouken style energy ball. I forget what it was called, but he shoots like an energy ball. And then of course the Mega Smasher for his chest armor shoots out like a giant double like energy blast. So I kind of wish they gave him something to try and demonstrate like what his other features are, because as far as we know, if you're only buying the toy, you don't know what it is. It's just some dude with cool arm blades. You don't know what the chest thing is for. You don't know that. Oh yeah, and that green part of his helmet. Yeah, you can shoot. He can shoot a little laser beam. I forgot about that. I forgot to mention that. You can shoot a little laser beam. So no laser beam accessory, no energy blast, no energy ball. Kind of disappointing. I wish it had something. Like, yeah, I could just use other figures, accessories, but that's not what you should be doing. You should be able to have all of that stuff coming with the figure, but whatever. That's why I'm saying, like, Good Smile charges more and gives you less. Like, why? Like, yeah, the figures look great and they move pretty well, but like, damn, I get like no fucking accessories. Like, what the hell? It's so light on accessories. But anyway, Guyver 1 Ultimate Edition is pretty fucking awesome. If you're a fan of Guyver, or if you just think he looks fucking cool, both are valid reasons. I'd say get it. Just, I don't know, like if the price is too much for you and you don't want to pay like $100, hopefully you can get it when it's cheaper, or whatever, because it was hard for me to justify like over $100 for this dude, just because it doesn't come with a whole lot. But the engineering is totally worth it. And I think it just looks fantastic, even if it's not as gritty, even if it doesn't have as much gritty detail as I think it should. Like the shoulders look so plain. Like they're nicely painted, I guess, but they look so plain. I think there's like a tiny smudge on the right shoulder. But yeah, highly recommend Guyver 1 Ultimate Edition. If you can get it for the retail price or a little bit cheaper, I think you should just go for it. And yeah, he doesn't have a lot of accessories, but he'll look great in poses, and he'll look cool next to some of your other like superhero type of characters. So yeah, that's it. Bye.